Good evening. I want to thank everyone, all the guests, speakers, Councilman Nate Holden, Roscoe Owens, Marvin Thomas, Felton Perry, and all of our guests who have come to see what Tears have to offer, and especially the Reeves family. Thank you, Cindy, for coming. Cindy is our poster child, Cindy Rodriguez. Last year, she was struck by a bullet by a drive-by shooting, which left her paralyzed and kidney removed. That moved us, and this is how we started Tears, to make a difference and to help these children who are innocent victims of gang violence. I'm going to call Mr. Roscoe on to come up and give us a demonstration of what the hospital that is being planned to be built in South Central LA. Is Roscoe? Oh, there you are. Thank you.
Well, I have to be blessed to be here this evening, as all of us are, to wake up today and start it off on a particular path. It starts me off with a reminder of a quote by Benjamin Franklin. What it is the difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is the little extra. And that's what we all are doing, taking out the time and the little extra that it is that it's going to take from all of us in order to establish anything that is possible. So I want to remove, in fact, one thing from a rendition of the Tears building and begin to speak about that as it becomes from a rendition to reality. The building design and spoke to us about the new structure, the hospital, the theater, and all of its avenues as it relates to this construction of this project was done by an artist from the Royal Gallery, and her name is Roxanne Bailey. She's a young lady with a hat on out there. As Gigi and Glenn were describing what is the futuristic trend of what needs to be put together, Roxanne's rendition went into the aspect of the tear, which is of course clear, and you have to see through that clarity in order to find out what the problem is. So she designed this building in glass, and if you look at it to my right, you can see that the entire construction of this hospital, of this complex, I'll call it, is all done in glass. And that's so you can see through the tear into what is necessary to be done. And the first building, of course, is housing the hospital, which has a therapist room, 1, 2, and 3, an administration office, a day room, and a group therapy room. The second facility, and as it goes up, is the theater, which of course is in the healing arts and is in the contribution of the arts to what it will take in terms of developing our, I say, clarity toward progressive rehabilitation, since we're talking about not only the aspect of rehabilitating someone physically, but in terms of our entire community and the kind of things that need to go on. This rendition also goes into the fact it has a parking lot, parking structure, and it is a 4 or 5 floor story building, which houses an operating room, a recovery unit, doctor's offices, of course, therapeutic and heated pool. It has an administration, office facilities within it, and the other 2 buildings, one is based on therapy, and the other is, the 4th building is therapy, it's the medical hospital, it's the theater, and the 4th building that is constructed is to house, Gigi, help me?
The 4th of the hospital?
Yes.
About the statistics.
Yes, okay, for statistical information, which will also be housed there, so we can keep up with the information that is coming in. Also do the therapy, do any kind of medical necessities that is happening, and of course the theoretic and development of one's inner soul, which I really very happy to see, and that's a theater, and all aspects of it. I'll turn the podium back over to Gigi. Thank you.
Let me also add the outreach program that we also feel that the gang members and potential gang members is a victim as well. And because of the things that is going due to poverty, low income, and we can say this with young gang members, that they feel like no one listens. They are to be listened to and not talked at. This is one of the reasons why we decided to have an outreach program. This particular type of facility would serve as outreach between the parents and the child as well. We will have professional people in there that will be able to come in and close this gap between the child and parents as well as their peers. And we do realize that teenagers go through peer pressure. That is on the left behind the statistic clinic. Our statistic house. The house is really designed for, it's an international statistic house. We found out through our research that no one in the United States is keeping up with the statistics on how many children who are victims or homicide victims are killed. So we decided to have this particular type of clinic designed specifically to keep up with how many children we are losing, which we think that will benefit and make everybody aware of our children is definitely the future.